background.
Yeah.
I'm put off with them. Does everyone in the background go?
Yeah, no, listen. So, hi Zoe. We're in Lily's kitchen, and this is a video for rural Kent. So we're showcasing social enterprises in Kent that we've either worked with or heard of or support. And I've known you a couple of years now, probably.
Yeah, I think it has been.
From running in
Yep.
Ashford and stuff. So just give us an overview of what Lily's Kitchen is all about.
So Lily's Kitchen is a not-for-profit organisation that supports people into employment who might face barriers to employment. So mainly we work with autistic people who may or may not have a learning disability. But we do also do a little bit of work with offenders and people that have been vulnerably housed. And we do that through mediums like our cafe here. We've got a community cafe, and then we've also got a production kitchen where we run a wholesale and catering business. And just in the last year, we've also diversified with being able to offer admin roles. So not everyone with autism wants to work in a kitchen. So now we offer roles on administration, measuring our impact, social media, website development, and things like that.
Great. And where's the other operation?
So it's in Ashford.
Great. So have you noticed that there's been an improvement in the understanding of social enterprise since Ashford became a social enterprise place under the Social Enterprise UK programme?
Yeah, I do, and I definitely think the council are very supportive and understand the fundamentals of a social enterprise and what you're doing for your local communities, particularly for us that are looking at employment and creating job opportunities for people that otherwise wouldn't have those opportunities. And hospitality's hit a real recruitment crisis. And so, we're here showcasing the employability. So if you run a hospitality business, there's this whole group of young people that are ready and willing to work that can offer so much. So I think it's really time for us all to think about the diversity of our workforce.
Right. And do you think Ashford could learn, Canterbury, do you think Canterbury could learn from Ashford? Because what we're hoping is that the social enterprise place concept becomes contagious in Kent, between the districts and the boroughs. So
I absolutely think that Ashford should be shouting from the rooftops what they do and sharing that knowledge with other local councils, yeah.
Yeah, because what are some of the barriers to social enterprises as opposed to charities? Because you're delivering charitable goals and charitable aims, and no doubt that your outcomes are charitable, but what are the barriers that you face as a community interest company as opposed to a charity?
I think a big one would be not being able to access a rate reduction. So at the moment we claim small business rate relief. But if we wanted a larger premises, then we don't qualify for a discount on our rates. And I just think generally that's the view. There's various things and organisations that offer a charitable discount and maybe don't offer the same as a CIC. And it'd be really good to know why, and where that comes from. Is it a lack of understanding? But also the general public don't know what a CIC is, don't understand what it is. And don't realise that your aims are the same as a charity. So I think as a whole there's a sort of education about CICs and what that means that could go on.
Yeah. Well, certainly social enterprise is understood in other countries far more than it is in, I'm not going to say Britain, I'm going to say England, because in Scotland social enterprise is very much embedded in the culture there, in the political culture as well as the social fabric of the nation of Scotland. And so I think we can learn from Ashford,
absolutely,
locally, and Scotland nationally, internationally, and then further afield countries like Canada that really understand social enterprise, where it's embedded in the culture there, and especially the political culture.
I really hope that social enterprises are the future of building back after the pandemic. Whether that's looking at where you buy your coffee, where you go for a slice of cake, procurement, tendering. I really hope that becomes a reality and a real way of sort of building back our economy.
Yeah. Tell us about the coffee. Where'd you get that from?
So the coffee is from Redemption Roasters, which are an organisation who support offenders into the coffee business. And our tea is from Nemi Teas, who support refugees into employment. So we look at all of our supply chain. And actually we have an apprentice who's doing that for his business administration. That's his project that he's doing for his end of year, is looking at our supply chain. Not just is it the cheapest, but are there other suppliers that we could use that have a social mission as part of their project?
Yeah. I mean, it's really important to the social enterprise family that we keep that connected, that we keep it within.
Absolutely.
Yeah, within the sector, and I think there's a lot of other sectors that can learn from that approach. You don't necessarily need to be a social enterprise to keep things local. I think we can all learn from.
Absolutely, and you know, we do a lot of business to business, a lot of catering, boardroom lunches, canapes for evening events. You know, we do get a lot of support from businesses and encourage them to use us because each task that we take on, each job that we get creates another role. Because for us it's not just about bringing in the trainees, it's making sure they've got something to do, something meaningful, and they are learning. So the more commercial business that we bring in, the more opportunities for learning that we offer our trainees.
Yeah, and you've just hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what a social enterprise is. And so the opportunities you're creating, are they exclusively for Canterbury and Ashford, or do people end up going further afield?
So we have got a couple of trainees from Folkestone. So yeah, as long as they can come in and get there.
Yeah.
And also we're always looking for employers who will take one of our trainees and provide them a work placement, and we can provide all the support and training for them to support that person to then maybe move into a paid role when one becomes available.
Yeah.
And you know, but that's really across Kent because we're getting referrals from all over the place now and looking at how we can support people. Sittingbourne is another big area where we're getting referrals, and looking at how we can support people. So you know, if employers are up for having a conversation, then we're more than willing to do that.
And so how do employers, trainers, trainees find you? Where are we?
So we've got a website which is www.liliescommunity.org. We're on social media, Facebook and Instagram, so they can look us up, Lily's Social Kitchen.
And where are we right now? We're on the King's Mile, aren't we?
Yeah, you're on Palace Street in Canterbury, beautiful part of the city.
Yeah. And we're fully committed to coming here and using you more.
Yes,
We've
coffee.
walked past too many times, shamefully. Coffee, cake, and vegan cake?
Absolutely.
Not all of it's vegan, but...
A lot of the cake is.
Yeah, fantastic. Can we meet some of the guys?
Yeah, please do.
Hello there. Can you tell us about your experience at Lily's?
Yeah.
What's your name again? Sorry.
I'm Sam. I have been here for about a year and a half now. I was going to start just before the lockdown happened. Then lockdown happened.
Yeah.
So I came on board with the Zoom meetings that we were having in the interim of not being open. So I got to know the team a bit better then, and then was here as soon as we opened up again.
Great. Are you in charge?
Almost. I'm a supervisor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So I'm in charge today.
Right, so there's a clear path to self-development when you join Zoe.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, when I started, I was in a different position, and over the timings, we realised that actually I wasn't quite happy there. So I've been really lucky to be able to stay on and become a supervisor.
Brilliant.
So yeah, really, really lucky. I love it here.
Yeah, excellent. And Connor,
My name's Connor.
how do you find it? What's your experience here? Yeah? How long have you been here?
2 months.
2 months. What have you been doing today?
Food, cooking food.
Quiches, sausages, bacon, bacon
Excellent.
toasties.
And we're going to get you out for a run, aren't we?
No.
Excellent. And Shannon. This is Shannon. Footballer,
Yeah.
mountain biker as well, is that right? Or when you spoke about bikes, was that? You said you left the football club for bikes, no?
Oh, that was just a test.
Right. Yeah, so what, how have you found it working here? Bit under pressure opposite the boss.
Prefer it here to Ashford.
Yeah? And the journey's pretty smooth to get here.
And you learn the journey,
Learn the
didn't you?
journey.
On the train, to do it on your own.
So that's part of the training, is it?
Yeah, it can be a really important part because if you want to go to work, you've got to get there.
Yeah.
And so an important part of what we do is supporting the trainees to get to work on public transport and be able to do that independently.
Brilliant, brilliant. What's today's job then? You been cooking?
You do the salads, don't you? So when a customer orders their lunch, it usually comes with a side salad, so Shannon prepares
Yeah.
that. Lots of washing up. Yep, you've got much better at that recently.
Taking.
Yeah, doing the
Orders
waitressing,
out.
taking the orders out, using the till sometimes,
Yeah.
and wrapping up all the cutlery. Good at that.
Which I did.
And you like working with the customers, don't you? That's why you came to
Yeah.
Canterbury instead of Ashford in the production kitchen. You like being in the cafe, meeting the public, being your charming self, don't you? You enjoy that bit.
And working with Zoe.
Working with?
Zoe.
Oh, Zoe, yeah, brilliant.
And Sam.
Get an extra bit of cake for saying that. Oh, thanks so much for your time. And you're looking for a football team
Yeah.
to join? Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't know where.
It's alright.
We'll
Well,
find
just
one.
do some
We'll find one.
exercises, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for your time, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
really
for
appreciate
visiting.
that. And yeah, we'll get this message out there, yeah?
Lovely. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Cheers.
Thank you.